What do you think of when you hear the word Africa? Do you picture the great savannas with lions and zebras? What about the people who live there? Africa is the second largest continent in the world, and it's absolutely full of people. There are 47 different countries in Africa, and each of them have different cultures and people who live there. If you had a chance to visit Africa, you would probably be surprised to see what it's really like. There's more there than just the savanna. You'll find forests, deserts, mountains, and mighty rivers too. You can also see both small villages and huge modern cities dotted everywhere. The weather changes drastically depending on where you are. It can be scorching hot in the desert, but freezing in the mountaintops nearby. The people who live in Africa are just as diverse or different as the land. A long time ago, all over Africa, there were many different tribes who developed separate from each other. Because these tribes didn't interact very much, they developed their own languages and history. Today, there are hundreds of different languages still spoken in Africa. There are almost 900 million people living there, and it's one of the fastest growing places in the world. Every person born in Africa has their ethnicity determined by the language their mother speaks. Sadly, the people of Africa are very, very poor. But as time goes on, things are getting better for everyone living there. Africans have changed the world in many wonderful ways. Do you enjoy rock and roll music or jazz? Then you can thank the people of Africa. How about some nice barbecue ribs? Yum, 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 tasty! People used to throw away that meat, but Africans figured out a way to turn it into something special. In the 1700s, many of the ancestors of the African Americans here in the United States were brought here as slaves. Slaves are people who are forced to work jobs they don't like and are owned by other people. It's horrible, but across the world and in every culture, people used to own slaves. The United States was no exception when the country was created. Slavery is one of the worst things people have ever done to each other. But it's not all bad news. You'll notice there aren't any more slaves in the United States anymore. 100 years ago, multiple wars were fought to try and stop the practice of slavery. Thanks to the sacrifice of thousands of people, slavery is a thing of the past here in America and many other parts of the world. But there's still work to be done to free other people who are still enslaved.